You know what time it is.
It's Monday, make money.
It's Make Money Mondays with Sean V. Bradley.
It's Monday, make money.
Hey everybody, this is Sean V. Bradley, CEO of Dealer Synergy, and I am your host for Make Money Mondays. That's right, people. It is Monday. How you doing? This is Anthony Alagona of Dealer Synergy, and this is a special edition of Make Money Mondays. And today we're going to talk about building value. I want to talk about building value in three specific areas. Number one, yourself, the internet coordinator or the internet sales manager. Number two, the vehicle, and most importantly, the dealership. So let's talk about yourself. Why do I want you to build value in yourself? Well, if you were to call a dealership and you were to start talking to somebody and they never told you what their job was, who would you assume them to be? A salesperson, right? So if I'm an internet coordinator, during the conversation, and what I would do is I would identify myself as an internet coordinator. And here's an example of how I would do it. Okay, Mr. Customer, as I pull up that information, I want to give you a quick heads up. I'm actually not a salesperson. I'm what you call an internet coordinator, which means I'm not incentivized to sell you a thing. My job is to basically find you all the information that you went online to find, to provide you a little leverage, and to kind of level the playing field for you for when you're ready to make your car buying decision and come into our dealership. The second place I want to show you to build value in is the vehicle. Now, I worked in the hospitality industry for about 18 years, and I did everything. I was a busboy, I was a server, I was a cook, and I was a manager. And, you know, even as being a bartender or a server, I didn't really have to know how to prepare the food, but it was in my best interest to know, because if I did, I'd be able to articulate that to the customer. And here's an example. You know, if I was to go into a restaurant and I was a server, and they were to come up to me and say, here's your special. Tonight you got New Zealand lamb chops. Well, I might buy it. But if I was a server, I would probably come up to someone and say something like this. Tonight on special, we have New Zealand lamb chops, and they're double cut and they're grilled. And they're served with garlic mashed potatoes and some sauteed vegetables, and we finish it with a nice port wine demi-glaze reduction sauce. Now, there's two different ways you can explain something. The latter of the two will probably get you more results. The last place I want to build value in is the dealership. And what do I mean by that? Well, if I work in a Ford dealership, we're all selling the same Ford Mustangs, right? No Ford Mustang is better than another. So the only thing that we have to work on or hold our gross with is, number one, what we do differently ourselves and what we offer as a dealership. So what I would do is I explain my value package. How I might explain the value package is something like this. Mr. Customer, on top of me getting you the absolute best deal, we're going to offer you our value package. And in our value package, we have something called the maintenance program. So what this means is for the first 2 years, at no cost to you, we're going to take care of your oil changes and your tire rotations. And there's a reason why that we want to do this. Because at one point, you're going to be done driving that car and you're going to be ready to trade it in. So if we help you maintain it, number one, we're going to be able to know what kind of condition it is in, and we're also going to be able to offer you more money because we're helping you take care of it. You want to explain the benefit, and you don't want to just read it off. You want to explain it with passion. Okay, so let's recap. Where do you want to build value on each and every call? Number one, yourself. So I'm an internet coordinator, or if I'm an internet sales manager, sometime throughout the conversation, I want to explain that, listen, Mr. Customer, I am not a salesperson. I'm what you call an internet coordinator. My job is to be like your personal car concierge and to find you all the information that you went online to look for. Trust me, no one has more information than me right here at my fingertips. All right? You got to explain the benefit of why they're talking to you. And why do you want to identify yourself? Why? Because if you don't, 99% of the time, they're going to think you're a salesperson. And what's going to happen? They're going to have their guard up. Their defensive mechanisms are going to keep triggering. The second place that you want to build value in is in the vehicle. Now, a lot of my clients say, I don't want my coordinators to sell the vehicle. Either do I. But we got to remember, 80% of people do not buy the vehicle that they're searching for. But do you think the customer knows that? No. Their heart is usually set on that stock number or on that photo on your website. So what you want to do is build value in that vehicle. Make it sound like it's the best thing since sliced bread so we can get them in the test drive. Even if they're test driving the wrong vehicle, we can get them to land on another vehicle with our salesperson. And then the last place that you want to build value in is the dealership. What do you do different as ABC Motors as opposed to the dealership down the street? You both sell the same cars, you buy them for the same price. The only thing that you can do to hold gross is explain what you do differently at your dealership compared to down the road. You can't just read off your value package. You got to read it with some meaning, with some oomph behind it. You got to remember, people do not buy what you sell. People buy what you believe. So if you don't believe in what you're saying, I promise you either will they. And you got to keep in the science communication as a factor. You lose 55% of your skills when you're on the phone. All you have is the words that you're going to say, and more importantly, how you're going to say them. So if you don't know what you're going to say before you get them on the phone, I promise you, you're not going to have as much success as you want. And that's my tip for today. I hope you enjoyed this session of Make Money Mondays. Let's make that money.
Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Make Money Mondays. If you liked it, you're gonna love Bradley On Demand. Bradley On Demand is the most advanced virtual training, tracking, testing, and certification platform. What does that mean? It's an online university. And if you like this information here, we have hundreds and hundreds of advanced videos, step by step, on how to help you sell more cars more often and more profitably, so sign up now.